welcome to my video. And in this video I'll be covering up the weekly outlook for this brand new week that is going to be starting from the 3rd of August 2025 down to the end of the week. So I apologize for not dropping any video from for last week. I wasn't too well. My voice is just even starting to clear up now. But then I'm going to cover up today's video, and then if you're not part of the channel, use the link in the description to join, subscribe, and then just stay active. Let's win this month. I'm going to make crazy pips, and starting this week already we're going to be printing really hard. So I've already done everything about the weekly outlook, just as you can see from my screen right here. So what I would love to start with is that I would love to explain everything that is already here that you can see on the screen already, and then we'll clear up everything and we'll go up to weekly and just do it like we do it traditionally, to just clear up a lot of stuff that we're not getting. So for this brand new week, what I'm expecting is that I'm expecting price to buy from either with confirmation from either around these levels from 33.51. If we get confirmation from this level, we get really good buys, which price will most likely, but definitely not me, I'm not definitely the market maker, but most likely price will push towards this. So this level will actually give a very lovely entry. Once we get more confidence and confirmation towards everything, you could see how this level was once a very nice guy to buy, but then price wasn't able to hold it. But then subsequently we could see the whole test of this flipped level, and then price now closing above it, leaving this FVG on 45 minutes sitting around this level. So I expect this level to actually give possible reactions. Probably it might not push as high as this, but then it should give solid entries for solid money too. So also, if this guy should fail, I expect price to fall back towards this guy, to give like a proper fall back towards this level right here. That's around 33.23, which is a good retracement towards this guy. I'm sure if we should go down to 30 minutes. When we go down to 30 minutes time frame, we should go up to 1 hour. When we go up to 1 hour, it's not 1 hour, I think it should be 4 hours. We could see, yes, it's on 4 hours. We could see this FVG, the price closed above it aggressively. Like there was so much aggression to how price closed above it. I think this was with the whole news that we had on Friday. So I expect that if this level should fail and to not hold, I expect price to come back to respect at most the midpoint of this FVG. We could see the breaker block sitting right here already. So this is actually like also a very high probability level for us to take our buys. And our targets for either these two levels would be 33.94 up to 33.50, 33.38, and all of that. So you should take note of all of that. So without any further delay, I'll jump right in so that we could check everything and why I'm having this bias. So when we dive up to 1 week time frame, if you've been following us here for a while now, I've been talking about this, the whole resistance level that's been sitting at this point, and if price doesn't close above 33.56, it is not going to push up higher towards 88. That was one of the levels that was pushing us down enormously. And then what I like with the close of this week that we just had was the fact that this guy now, this was what was giving a lot of sellers confidence, but then it has been invalidated already, because what they needed to see was a close below this candle. I think I've been talking about this for a while. I mentioned this when I had a live Zoom last week with a friend, and I spoke about this, like the figure 2 of price to close below this guy would just push up price up to the upside. So notice something. What I talk about 33.56 is that this is where the resistance is. You could see how all these weeks that were here, none of them had the confidence to close above this guy, except this week that we just closed by now. So if we take with this whole close above now, it's giving us small signs that okay, price now has closed above this guy, even though it didn't close above it with too much gap also, but then it's actually a solid close, whereby now we could expect to see that our buy entries will be lying around the point that price closed to this whole level right here, right there. So with that now, let's mark out this week's high, the high of this week that just closed, which is sitting right here. Okay, I would like to turn this to black, and then we could just, sorry about this, we could just turn this guy and then indicate previous week high, and then turn this guy, all these resistance levels and all these key levels that we keep our eyes for, we could just put them in blue. Then we'll take out 50% of this guy too, 50% of this guy, and then we could also use this for it. We could also use this, and then let's put it in blue too, because that level too might get or try to cause like some type of push backward. But then if price is able to do something like this and then do this, once it's able to break above it and close above it, you would most likely see something like this. So we'll take note of that level too. I mentioned that level, that's where 33.94 lies resides actually. So with this guy and this whole level that we've had here, let's go down. Okay, let's also mark out this high. That's 34, 38. Let's mark out that high too. So let's go down to the daily time frame. When you come down to daily, you could see the aggressive candle from Friday, whereby price was selling, but then we had a big push to the upside. And then if you could look at something right here, if you could see this candle was actually a very sharp level with this FVG that we had here. So there was buys here, but then price has been able to close above it, and we could see this little FVG that sits at around this level close and all of that. So this is also an additional, but not too strong, that's okay. We'll get some form of retracement and then push up, but then this retracement could fall as low as this. It could fall as low as that. So let's go back to 1 week. There's something I forgot to mark, and that is how this week swept out the other week's low. That was a very, very beautiful sweep. Let's come back to daily, and most times you could expect to see that price actually likes to test these levels, and this level is where holds that breakout block that we saw from 4 hours. So with all of these that we have now, let's go down to 4 hours time frame. And when we go down to 4 hours time frame, we could see how everything adds up. Perfectly. Everything adds up perfectly. We could see the aggressive close above this breakout block. You could see some people might not even struggle to point out this inversion. Actually, they might just take out this breaker and all of that, but then yes, I prefer we do this actually. And you could see how it's also aligning with the point that price took out the other week's low. Also a very, very key level. But then we know this FVG reacted actually. If price should not hold any of these levels here, you should expect that when this push comes back towards the midpoint of this inversion, probably it might push as low as this, but then it will still hold towards pushing up price to hit our key levels. Like I'm quite sure of this. I'm quite sure of all of this. And you could see how if we should take this will be actually a better expectation. This should be actually like a better move that we should actually pay attention to. So what we should be keeping our eyes out for is that, just like I said from the start of this video, we will be watching out with confirmation. These levels from here, these points, these guys that are sitting down at these points here, with confirmation, you should give solid buys. They should give solid push, because I know when gold starts to buy, it actually gets really, really crazy, and all these levels that are being flipped, it reclaims them to push up higher. But then when these guys fail right here, you expect to see that price comes back and tests these key zones. These key zones, take notes. Rice should come back and test these key zones, because when it does, like, the explosion will be really, really, really good. Preferably, this is what I would want to see. This is what I would want to see. Close and boom. This is beautiful. Like, this is really, really beautiful. I would love to see this actually play out. I would love to see this play out this week. So take note of all of these levels, because, and then if you're not part of the channel, subscribe, because I'll be dropping more updates on all of this. I'll be dropping crazy trades. I'm out for, like, to make big bags right now. So all of us, I expect that everybody should also eat from that opportunity. I haven't been focusing on my VIP too much because we've been off on a little break, but then I expect all of this to actually hold up perfectly well. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me directly. All the links are in the description. You can join the channel. You can reach out to me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is there, right there. You can reach out to me if you are open for collaborations and all. Like, I'm very, very open. I'm very, very free and active for all of that too. So I'll see you all in the next one, and let's make good money this week. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching.